it's Emmett! Hi! So a little while ago I made a video about critiques of unschooling, and a bunch of people in the comments asked me to make a video about my favorite aspects of unschooling, so here goes, this is that video. Before I start, I just wanted to say that this video is about my personal experiences as an unschooler, and for those of you who don't know, unschooling is an educational philosophy that is under the subcategory of homeschooling, where people aren't really forced to do any schoolwork or take any tests that they don't want to. It's child-led, self-expressive, learn about what you want, when you want to, it's really cool, and I'm gonna talk about it. Yeah! Freedom. How could freedom not be the #1 thing? It is really what sets apart unschooling from other traditional or even non-traditional educational philosophies. The freedom that is afforded to unschoolers is extraordinary, and I'm very lucky to have grown up in a home where unschooling is really the norm. Being raised in a respectful environment and everyone in the family having equal voices. This is a huge deal. In most families, what the adults say kind of goes, and what the kids say might not be as important. In my family, personally, and I've seen this reflected in a lot of other unschooling families, all people in the family have equal voices and everyone's needs are respected equally, which is tremendously valuable. Knowing that you have ultimate control and responsibility over your own life, including decisions about college or lack thereof. In a lot of families, this is something that people don't have. College is expected, certain career paths are expected, but with unschooling, since it is such a free, sort of radical idea of kids and young adults and teenagers and all the way up to adults being able to make decisions for themselves and discover their own life paths, college is not necessarily this obligatory thing that you just have to do because that's just what you do at this age, and that is something that is tremendously liberating. The unschooling community. This is awesome! I cannot emphasize to you enough how amazing I find the unschooling community. It is like a subset of people who are so incredibly kind and generous and loving and accepting and just really, really great people to be around. So just creative and artistic and just completely awesomely, mind-blowingly cool. Being unschooled really offers a unique opportunity to be part of the unschooling community, which is so tremendously valuable and just a really great, vibrant place to be, with conferences and get-togethers, gatherings, co-ops, and it's really, really amazing, and I cannot speak highly enough of this community. Of course, like any community, it has its downsides or its areas that I don't like as much, but it is a tremendously valuable and supportive place to be. #4 kind of leads into #5. #5 is having friends outside of your location or your age group and being able to interact with adults ever since I was a kid. And I've seen this in a variety of different unschoolers. The ability to interact with people outside your age group is not necessarily something that public school kids get, since they've been kept with their whole age group their entire lives. So that is something that I find to be really, really cool and really unique sometimes to unschoolers, is that I have really close friends of mine who are about 14 to 26, and I'm almost 18. But yeah, the point is, my group of really close friends, people who I consider to be age peers, have a giant range of ages, and yeah, I like it a lot, and it's very, very cool. And I have always found it easy to talk to adults, which is something that I've noticed a lot of other people don't really do, which I don't really know why. Being able to spend all your time doing and learning about what you love. Need I say more? It's pretty much the best thing ever. Having doing nothing be valued. In a lot of families, something like playing video games for a long time, or spending a lot of time reading or focusing on one specific subject, or really honing in and delving into one specific topic wouldn't be considered valuable. This is something that I hear a lot as an unschooler. For example, my 7-year-old wants to do nothing but play with Legos and learn about dinosaurs all day, and I'm afraid that she's not getting the education that she needs in other subjects. well, this is something that takes a long time for certain people to get used to, but unschooled children are generally really allowed to explore a topic in depth and be creative and do what they love, and that goes all the way up until unschooling teenagers and unschooling young adults. And that's something that I really like, is that in my home I am allowed to do what I want, and even if it doesn't look like I am doing anything to other people, I know that I am still learning and growing, and my parents and my sister know that I'm still learning and growing, and it is something that is a really, really nice way to be supported in life. Not feeling daily cultural pressure to conform and being able to truly self-express without fear of repercussions from people that you have to see every day. Not being stuck in an environment where self-care is impossible. This is something that I hear a lot from my school friends, and that is, I am stuck in school and I hate it here and I want to leave and I feel like crap and I have to go anyway. Being stuck in an environment that feels unsafe or uncomfortable or wrong for you is, in my opinion, something that is really damaging, and not something that we want young people to take into their relationships or daily lives. That if you feel uncomfortable and wrong about a situation, you just have to suck it up and be in that situation anyway because that's what's expected of you. And that is something that's really great about unschooling, is I think it really teaches people to be able to identify when a situation feels wrong for them and be able to leave no matter what the situation is. And that doesn't mean that you necessarily just run from all your fears, or every time someone says something you don't like, you turn around and run the other way. In fact, it's the exact opposite. I think it's really empowering to be able to learn through life, to be able to stand up and say that that was not an okay thing for you to say, and I wasn't comfortable with that, so this is why. And then to be able to have a conversation about that, rather than knowing that no matter what happens, I'm going to have to go back to this school tomorrow, so I don't want to ruffle any feathers. It's a really completely different mindset and a different way to look at the world. Knowing that you are truly trusted to know what's best for yourself, which teaches self-trust. It's true. If you know that you are truly trusted to know what's best for yourself, it teaches you to listen to yourself and know when things feel right or wrong. We trust babies to cry when they need something. We trust them to let us know when they are ready for their next developmental steps, but somehow that trust sometimes seems to fall apart at the age of 5 or 6, when kids are able to talk back and seem a little bit more autonomous, or perhaps, shall I say, at the age when they go to 1st grade. As a teenager and as a young adult, being trusted to know what's best for myself has really helped me to be able to identify what is in fact best for myself and live true to that. And number 11 is being an inspiration. You'll never know quite what it feels like to have someone say, "You inspire me so much. Your life is so inspirational to me that I would like to emulate it with my own life or my own children," until you experience that feeling. It's not something that can be described. I have had so many people say that to me, and every single time it feels amazing to know that I'm really living a life that is an example for people, maybe, to be able to see that you don't have to live in a home where parents have the say and kids don't, that you don't have to force your kids to do things that they don't want to do. You don't have to be authoritarian or disciplinarian in order to raise children that are eloquent and respectful and kind. That feels so amazing to me. So those are my top 11 best things about unschooling. If you have any questions, as always, you can put them in the comment department down there. So thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you soon. I have a couple video ideas a-brewing, so yeah, that's fun. Okay, bye! Bye! That was a really lame outro. I always try to do something fun. I don't have anything fun to do this time. I'll just